guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be 10 things I wish I knew before having a baby. And this is going to be the 10 things I wish I could tell myself when I was pregnant with my son, my first baby. I am a mom of two. Here they are. I have a boy and a girl. My son, he's about to be 5 in December, and my daughter, she's about to be 2 in December. Wow, that's so weird to think about. He's about to be 5. Jaxon, are you about to be 5?
Yeah.
That's so crazy. Wow. Today's video is sponsored by Mira Fertility Tracker. If you are currently trying to conceive or you want to avoid pregnancy, it is so important to track your cycle. Mira is the first and only comprehensive at-home testing device. Mira allows women to track their hormones, plotting continuous curves to predict ovulation. Unlike any other fertility tracker on the market, Mira is the only one that gives you actual concentration hormone levels. This allows you to capture your fertility window before ovulation and get very clear results. My husband and I are currently trying to conceive our baby number 3, and this is our 20th cycle. I personally have a very hard time getting pregnant and staying pregnant, so this type of device will help me tremendously. It is gold to me. This past year, my cycles have been all over the place. I have been late most of the year, if not skip an entire cycle, which leads me to a lot of false hope and disappointment when my period shows up way later. That is why I am extremely excited to get to use the Mira Fertility Tracker. It will allow me to understand my cycle better and when I will be able to get pregnant. This is the box it came in. When you open it up, it comes in this little hard shell. You open it up, and there's your device. This also came with the Fertility Plus wands. All right, I moved to my bathroom so I can show you how to do the test. But you click this button right here and it cuts it on. Here's one of the test strips. These are not reusable. I'm going to dip it in my urine for 10 seconds. Then I'm going to hold the test strip, pull this cap and put it on the side that I immersed it with. And you can see it going across right here. You can also see the chip where the tracker will read it. I stick it in here. Woo. And now we wait. It takes about 16 minutes for it to analyze the results. It just beeped and the results are... It's showing me different things. Before you test, you want to download the app on your phone so that the results will sync up with the app and you can keep up with it, and it will create a chart. And it'll also give you very detailed information. You can see where I tested, it says LH is 4.4. My E3G is 38.7. And it gives me a fertility score of 4 out of 10. 10 is most fertile. If you would like to get your very own Mira fertility tracker, I have a discount code for you. It is Heather10 for 10% off. I highly recommend Mira if you are wanting to track your cycle and get extremely accurate results. Now back to 10 things I wish I knew before having a baby. Number 1, buy swaddles and take the time to learn how to swaddle your baby. This is one of the things I wish I would have knew before I had my son. I did not buy swaddles and I did not learn how to swaddle him. And as a newborn, he never slept, ever. I went on 1 to 2 hours of broken sleep every single night. And I do believe that this is highly attributed to me not swaddling him at night. When I had my second baby, I bought the swaddles and I learned how to swaddle her, and she slept through the night. The Aiden and Aeneas swaddles, I highly recommend these. They are stretchy, breathable, and they make swaddling your baby very easy. I also love the Velcroed swaddles. I used to use both of these a lot with my daughter. Number 2 thing I wish I would have known before I had my first baby. Nighttime is for sleeping. From the very beginning, when your baby is first born, you need your baby to adjust to when it is dark outside, it is time to go to sleep. When it is light outside, it is time to wake up. This was something I struggled with my first baby. Nighttime was party time for him. He would wake up in the night and I would cut every light on in the house. I would change his diaper and I would just make it a fun time for him. Because of that, my son does have a harder time sleeping during the night than my daughter. My daughter, I put her on a schedule that when it's nighttime, it's time to go to sleep. And she still to this day is a very good sleeper through the night, and he is not. What I'm trying to say is when your baby wakes up through the night, and they will, don't make it a party time. Quickly feed your baby, change your baby if it's necessary, and let your baby go back to sleep. Number 3, babies communicate by crying. Babies cry. They're gonna cry a bunch, and how they tell you something is wrong or they need something is whether they're hungry, whether they need to be changed, whether they're tired, or if they're just lonely. They will let you know by crying.
I'm crying.
They also have other cues. If you watch them, you will learn their body language, and when they're hungry, you can learn way before they get to the point of crying. They will give you cues as well. You just have to watch your baby very closely for those cues before they get to the point of crying. But when they're crying, it's not that they're acting up or anything like that. They're truly trying to tell you they need something. Number 4, postpartum depression is common, and it may happen to you. If you have had depression in the past, you are more likely to have postpartum depression. I suffered with postpartum depression. To be honest, when it was happening, I really didn't know what was wrong. One thing that I regret is not asking for help when I was going through this. It would have made having a newborn so much easier for me. I was honestly in a fog for about 6 months after I had my son. A lot of this was due to birth trauma and because my whole world changed. I was very lonely. I was very isolated. It's honestly very common to have baby blues and postpartum depression. But if you are suffering with either of those, please seek help from your doctor and just be honest. When you go to your postpartum checkup, they will give you a questionnaire that will ask you, or typically they do, that's what they did for me. I put that everything was good. I was not honest with them, and I regret that. Number 4, babies wake up a lot. This was something I did not know, and when I brought my baby home for the first night, it was a very rude awakening. It was very shocking how often your baby will wake up through the night. Babies will wake up generally every couple of hours, sometimes even every 15 minutes. It really just depends on the baby, how much they're eating per session. Babies, when they're first born and they're newborns, they're very fragile. And so, in my opinion, I feel like it is almost a blessing that they want to wake up more frequently through the night. That way that you can keep an eye on them. They will let you know if they need anything. It definitely helps with preventing SIDS. This leads me to number 6. Take care of yourself too. I did not realize how important and vital taking care of yourself really is when you become a mom. I was told that to be a good mother, I needed to basically neglect myself and my needs and only worry about what my child needs and wants. And yes, your child is priority. Yes, you have to take care of your child. You cannot put yourself ahead of your child. But you matter too. You have to take care of yourself. You need to get a bath. You need to get yourself ready. You need to get out of the house. You need to do a lot of self-care and do things that bring you joy and not just take care of your child, because this will help you mentally tremendously. What I have learned is by taking care of myself, it allows me to be a better mom to my kids. Number 7, you will probably more than likely miss your old life. I personally did. I missed the freedom that I had. I missed being able to just get in a car and go wherever I wanted to and not have to do all this preparation before leaving, like putting a child into a car seat. It's a big ordeal at first. You get used to it as time goes on, and now it's weird for me to get in a car without my kids. I'm like, this is too easy. Before I had my kids, I showed dogs, and since I became a mom, since we bought a house, financially, we had to cut back on those types of things. There's a lot of sacrifices, and you sometimes, most of the time, will lose yourself in it, and you really have to find yourself again. And I'm not gonna lie, like, there's a lot of things I miss. But with that said, being a mom is the best thing in the world, and it makes all that worth it. But that's not to say it's not hard. It's not to say you won't miss things. Number 8, your body will change. Yeah. I used to be really skinny, and I had the littlest, tiniest stomach. And after I became a mom, my stomach is now a lot more mushy. I do have some stretch marks on my stomach, not very many. My belly button looks different because it was so stretched out. Everything looks different. Everything is different. And that's just the way it is. When you carry a baby through pregnancy and you give birth, your body is going to change. But I am proud of my body for growing babies, giving birth, and nurturing my children. Number 9, motherhood is very hard, but you will get the hang of it. My mama told me that being a mom is the hardest job you will ever have. This is very true. Harder than I ever imagined it would be. But she also said that it is the most rewarding. All the struggles you go through as a mother and raising your children is worth it, because at the end of the day, your children love you beyond words. They look up to you. You're their mama. They won't ever have another mama but you. You mean the world to them. It makes everything worth it. I have learned a lot in the 5 years that I've been a mom, and I still have a lot to learn more. And going through different phases of their lives, you learn something new, and you start to learn how to handle certain situations that you weren't really sure how to before. And number 10, after giving birth, your body may not feel the same for a very long time. After I had my son, I don't know if it was because he was my first baby or the fact that I tore so bad that I had 4th degree tearing. I don't know, but my body did not feel the same for a whole year. I had a really hard time walking, of course, because I tore so bad. I had a really hard time walking around for several months without being in severe pain. I remember being very sore after about 15 minutes of just walking around after I had my son, and that lasted for a very long time. And I remember my hips would also hurt very bad, especially if I sat in certain positions and I would get up and my hips would hurt really bad, and it was sometimes hard for me to walk. It took a really long time for my body to feel like it used to, and I don't know if it ever will feel exactly the way it used to, but it's a new normal. Another thing I want to share before we go is that the newborn stage is very quick. When I had my son, I felt like it was going to last forever because I was not getting any sleep. I was awake for 22 hours every single day for several weeks, and it felt like an eternity. But truthfully, the newborn stage goes by so quickly, so it is tough. Some people say the newborn stage is easy. It depends on your baby and other situations, sometimes how experienced you are. But when I had my son, it was tough, but it didn't last very long, and now he's a big boy and he's so independent. Yeah, it doesn't last forever, so just enjoy it. But I hope y'all enjoyed today's video. I want to make more videos like this, so if you have any other suggestions of videos you want me to make, let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I also have an Instagram and TikTok at morganfamily_YT. I love y'all so much. But I guess I'm gonna go now. Bye.